What's up, everybody? Happy Friday. What a week it's been. Welcome to the True Trading Group live stream. Folks, my name is Michael Edward, former award-winning hedge fund trader, now the current head trader at True Trading Group. For those that don't know, TTG is the fastest growing, highest rated online premium education platform that is available today. We've got one simple goal, that is to help you to learn, trade, and profit, and results matter. At True Trading Group, folks. It's not just empty words and broken promises. If you guys are new, make sure you like and share this video, but more importantly, make sure you are subscribed to the channel. 6 nights a week, we go live totally free where myself, other professional traders at True Trading Group, and special guests will drop golden nuggets and provide you with some free lessons and education that's going to be making you guys better traders. But why should you listen to anything we talk about on these live streams? Simple. I didn't figure this out on my own. Okay, I'm not teaching you guys any little secrets. All right. I'm just giving you guys the same information I learned my very first job out of college working for a fund in New York City. Then 2008 happened, and that was the Great Recession. The stock market crashed. But it was during that same time that I went on to receive one of the firm's Trader of the Year awards. Now, aside from that, perhaps even more importantly, since 2016, my team and I at True Trading Group have helped thousands of retail traders from all walks of life, from all over the world, achieve peace of mind from financial freedom by learning how to trade stocks, options, and crypto. At True Trading Group, we teach you how to fish. We teach you how to stand on your own 2 feet, how to become a self-sufficient trader. Despite what you might have heard about or read about online, trading is not a get-rich-quick scheme. It is also not gambling. It's a skill. It's a skill that needs to be learned like any other, especially since this is a skill that can help you guys change your lives. We're going to start this live stream off as follows. I'm going to kick things off with a 15-minute Q&A session. I'm going to give some time for people to log on. I'm going to answer some questions. You guys can ask me anything that's on your mind. Then I'm going to spend a quick 10 minutes. I'm going to tell you guys about some discounts and incentives that we have to join the TTG platform here tonight for those of you that are on this live stream with us. Then very simply today on this live stream, you're going to want to make sure you get out a pen and paper. If you're old school like me, that's still how I take notes. Some people want to bust out the iPad or the laptop, whatever's easier for you, because you're going to learn something today. All right. I'm going to go over with you one very specific pattern that I think every single day trader should know. And I'll give you guys my thoughts on what happened in the overall markets this week and talk about a little bit of insight on what we think about the Fed meeting next week and what that means for the direction of the overall markets. But again, one very specific pattern. It's actually one of my favorite patterns that I like to trade. My TT fam, you all know it very well. But for those of you that are unfamiliar with it, you're going to want to pay very close attention to the live stream here today because you're going to learn something. All right. Then lastly, for those interested, I will show you the entire TTG platform. Yes, it's a platform. We are not just a chat room with trade alerts. Do not confuse us with other services. The TTG platform is designed specifically to level the playing field and to empower the retail trader by providing you with the same type of education that I received working at a hedge fund in New York and combining that with professional tools and resources to give you guys more information so you can make better decisions. All right, so I'll show you guys that platform. I'll show you the tools and resources that are included with it later on the live. All right, so listen up. We're going to start that Q&A session here now. So guys, go ahead, type your questions in chat. Don't be shy. Don't be embarrassed. No such thing as a stupid question. So go ahead right now, gang, and begin typing your questions in chat. Let's start that Q&A. All right, STR, how are the markets riding high like this with bad CPI, inflation, supply issues, et cetera? I just don't get it. Honestly, the markets are still as high as they are for a couple of reasons. One, the economy is extremely strong underneath all of this inflation and all of these supply issues, but also because the Fed has honestly done a fantastic job of stimulating, providing liquidity into the markets, and you had a liquidity-based rally that got us through the hard part. We got through the shutdown and the closures with injections of liquidity from a monetary stimulus, but also a fiscal stimulus as well. Helicopter money raining down from the skies. And that's what got us through the hard part. Now that the economies are opening back up, the demand from the consumer is just out of this world. You have really strong companies that are reporting some really strong earnings. You have other companies whose growth was pulled forward because of COVID that is unable to meet those same growth expectations going forward, and those companies are seeing their valuations getting pulled off of it. But those are, those are the high flyers. Those are companies that do not make up broad parts of these different indexes, like the S&P, the NASDAQ, the Dow. Your biggest components, your Apples of the world, your Microsofts of the world are just dominating the industries that they operate in, and the stocks are continuing to trade higher. The markets are okay with the level of inflation that we have right now because the markets are always looking forward. The markets are never going to trade based on right now. The markets are going to trade based on what's to come. And the markets are convinced that the Federal Reserve is correct about expecting supply chain issues to resolve themselves next year, and that will help put a pause on inflation. They think inflation will, settle and subside a little bit next year. And then you also have technology and innovation and efficiency. As that continues to develop, that also will slow down a little bit of inflation. So the market still believes that the Federal Reserve is going to be accommodating next year, that there's not going to be a drastic increase in rates. As long as the increase in rates next year is subtle and slow, steady, and timed, the economy is strong enough to withstand that. Where the markets would go down significantly is if inflation does not settle and the Fed has to raise rates very quickly and very aggressively. That is what would end the bull market and give you a significant pullback in the markets next year if that happens. But the markets are trading right now as if the Fed is correct, not as if the Fed is incorrect. And that is why the markets are still sitting here up at all-time highs, because the economy is very strong and you still believe the consumer is very strong. And the United States is a consumer-driven economy. Over 70% of our economy is based on the consumer. And you have, like I said, an accommodating Fed that so far, that's the plan for next year. Doesn't mean it's going to go as planned, but that's the reason why we're trading up where we are. Could you please explain the difference in determining risk, stop loss, profit target when trading a single option contract versus several? Yeah, Susan. I mean, the difference. The difference when you are, when you only have one contract, your stop loss placement and your risk is not going to change versus if you can have 100 contracts or you can have one. Okay. Your stop loss will still be the same. All right. Your stop loss should still be the same. Now, when it comes to your profit targets, that's where things change a little bit because you obviously cannot take off pieces of profit while the trade works in your favor. This becomes a little challenging because you have to sell your entire position all at once. You only have one contract. So I usually tell people to drop that contract off at profit target number 2. Profit target number 2, I think, is going to be a good place for you to where you're not being greedy, but you're also making the risk worth it. If you just take it off at profit target 1, your risk reward is not really going to necessarily make sense. If you wait for profit target 3 or 4, you could be getting a little bit greedy. You can have a winning trade turn into a losing trade. So I say call it right in the middle, take it off at profit target number 2. Hey, Mike, coming from a strong winning streak. Yes, my boy Nas. What's up, man? How do you adjust your mental and make a difference between arrogance and confidence entering a position? So, Nas, this is actually one of the things that I actually still struggle with a little bit. Sometimes, when I look through, a year of trading, sometimes some of my worst red days are usually following like some kind of massive win streak where I get a little too cocky, get a little too arrogant. Maybe I push the pedal a little bit too far, and then the market humbles you a little bit. It's tough. That there really is a fine line between arrogance and confidence, and you're correct. That's where I actually try to work on for myself because it's like when I come off a big win streak, like why does my huge win streak have to end with like, a big red day? Why can't it end with just like a small red day? So like doing a better job of kind of reeling myself in on that a little bit is important. It's tough to just continue to remember that every day is a brand new day, and don't tie your days together. And that's where traders kind of get themselves into a little bit of an issue, because it's kind of double-edged. Because if you're an experienced trader and you're on a hot streak, you should be pushing. You should push the pedal a little bit if you're an experienced trader. If you're not an experienced trader, or you're not yet consistently profitable, really just make sure that you're just separating the different days in between. And I know Nas not used to, but I'm just talking like in general. Separate the days. No matter how good or bad today is, tomorrow's a brand new day, brand new trade setups, brand new opportunities. That's the beauty of trading. You always get a shot at redemption. There's not many other professions that you can say that. The markets will always be open the next day. All right. So something to consider and something to think about. Do you think CFBI is forming a wedge pattern on the 1 hour chart? Yeah. Yeah, a little bit. It's sloppy. But a little bit. You could make this argument. It's a little sloppy. You'd want to see on Monday, you want to see the stock get right back up to 1450. You'd want to see it get right back up here to 1450 on Monday to really kind of start to solidify this wedge. Not the cleanest of patterns, casual gamer, but I see what you're saying. The argument could be made. For a wedge beginning to form. We need a couple more days in there, but yeah, it could be beginning to form. Good eye. Hey, Mike, trading a small account, but think of adding some more cash to increase my buying power. Do you feel this is a good idea, or should I concentrate on trying to grow my small account? I think it's a good idea only if you're already profitable. If you're struggling, I don't think adding buying power is a good idea. It also depends on how small of an account we're talking about. If your account has just a couple $100 in it and you want to make your life a little bit easier, sure. But I mean, if you got a few $1,000s in your account and you're having a hard time making money with that, adding more money to your account is not going to solve that problem. So I don't think that you should add money to your account unless you're having a lot of success and you want to just start to, have more buying power so that you feel that you can be in more than one position at the same time, or you don't have to worry about settled cash and you can't make the trades that you want. If that's the case, then yeah, sure. You want to add a couple of bucks to it, go ahead. But if you're not doing well on a consistent basis, I would not add to your account. Do you think that Beyond Meat has a double bottom on daily chart? This stock has gotten pummeled. Do you have a double bottom on the daily chart? I don't see one. No. No, I don't see a daily chart. I don't see a double bottom on the daily chart right now. This was your double bottom. You got to go all the way back here to early 2020, right? And then the initial IPO. That was your initial double bottom right there. And then you got that nice move off of it. We're not there yet. You're still 20 points away from that area, which would then put in possibly a triple bottom. But I'm going to assume when you ask me this question that you're talking about this. This is what I'm going to assume. And I would not consider that a double bottom just yet. No. I actually don't believe that low holds. I think that Beyond Meat actually might trade lower. So I do not believe that that's a double bottom. Or if it is, if it becomes one, it's too early to call it a double bottom. Hey, Mike, what's your thoughts on mRNA today? mRNA, we had a big gap down today, and we did a nice job actually recovering the gap down. You had a lot of dip buyers come in today on mRNA. They released some data with their flu vaccine. You had this big gap down, but then the gap down got bought up, and now we're right back into a level of resistance. And I'll just draw a line for you across this level of resistance, and I'll make this a little bit bigger so you guys can all see this. This level is going to be important because this was previously support, previously support, previously support. It was also your 200-day moving average, that yellow line. We gapped underneath it. We traded higher today, went right up to that price, and now we stopped there today. So if we fail at that level on Monday and you start to see Moderna trading back down to 250, 245, I would read that as a pretty clean rejection at that resistance level, and you would look for the stock to trade back down to 220, which is going to be a nice level of support down there. But if you get over that 200-day moving average, you have a gap fill where the stock can continue its bounce all the way to the low 270s, 271, 272, and that would fill the gap from today. So today you have this big gap down. You get back to like the low 270s, you fill that gap. So I don't know. I think you're going to have some resistance there at 260, 262, which is going to be that resistance level plus the 200-day moving average. Just got to see what happens on Monday. Now that some of this data is out, you might get a little bit more analysis of it over the weekend, and then maybe some people start to position themselves based on that data a little bit more aggressively next week. But that's a big support level. 220 is a huge support level for Moderna. Huge support level for Moderna. My thoughts on DWAC. DWAC failed today, but it's still in play, and I'll show you why. We'll make this bigger. So this is the support level that you have to pay very close attention to. This was previously a very clean level of support for DWAC. Once we broke beneath it, it then became a level of resistance. Then a couple of days ago, this is when we traded DWAC in chat on Wednesday. It was a huge win for the group. Congratulations to those who caught DWAC with me on Wednesday. Once we broke through that level, we had the big extension move to 66. Now you've had this 2-day pullback consolidation on lower volume, but we are still holding above 56. As long as this DWAC is, still holding above 55. The current price is 56 and change. As long as DWAC is above 54, 55, this stock should be on your radar. If we get below that and you're back to like 51, 50, then I would say I would take it off my screen. I won't be interested in the stock anymore. But as long as this thing stays above 54, 55, it should be on your screen. Mike, if you hold your last piece of a trade after hours and the stock goes up 17% before 5 p.m., do you hold it over the weekend? I mean, it totally depends on the trade. Depends on the stock, depends on the trade. 17% could be a lot for one stock. It could be a small amount for another. I mean, it all depends on what I think the stock is going to do. It's like, what's your target? It's just because the stock is up 17%, that doesn't mean, hey, I'm going to hold it or, hey, I'm going to get out of it. Every stock is different. Every setup is different. Just because the stock goes up 17%, that doesn't mean anything. It's what's the rest of the setup look like? Like I said, if it's gotten to your profit target, then yeah, I would sell it. But if it has not reached your profit target yet, and you think the stock still has more room, then just because it's up 17%, well, it can be up 30% on Monday. So it really just depends on where your profit targets are. The overall setup. It's just too general of a question. Trading is not that general, right? Like there's not just these rules that you're like, hey, a stock's up 17%, sell it. There aren't rules like that. That trading is not that general. It's going to be very isolated to each individual trade. Each individual stock has its own risk, has its own setup, has its own volatility. So it has its own support and resistance levels. So to just make a blanket statement like that does not work. Do you believe Amazon dropped the ball, not splitting their stock? Yes, nothing changes fundamentally. Apple, Tesla have both outperformed, though Amazon has lagged and somewhat disappointed as a stock. Yeah, I actually do. I feel like Amazon should have did a split a while ago. I think Amazon should have did a split a while ago. But they wanted to maintain an institutional shareholder base. They didn't want a retail shareholder base for whatever the reason. I think a lot of that was also kind of Jeff Bezos's ego with kind of the share price. I have no reason to think that other than just my own opinion. But now that he's not, running the show anymore there, I do think you're going to get a stock split in Amazon within the next, I don't know, year or two. I think they should do a stock split. I'm surprised they haven't up to this point, but I would have. If I was CEO, I would have did a stock split. Hey, Mike, we're looking for chart patterns. Is there a time frame that should be used when trying to identify? So I teach that it is very important to use multiple time frames when you're looking for chart patterns, because sometimes you may not see a chart pattern on a specific time frame, but you might see it on others. So I'll just show you. This is one of my screens during the day. I'll actually show you what one of my screens looks like during the day. During the day, this is what one of my screens looks like. It's a 4 time frame breakdown where I have a 3-minute, a 5-minute, a 15-minute, and a daily. All right. So I think it's important for you to use multiple time frame charts because you might look at one time frame and not see a pattern. You might look at another time frame and that pattern becomes a little bit more clear to you. So I think it's actually very important to use multiple time frames. 3-minute, 5-minute, 15-minute, I think are crucial for day trading. You can also throw in the hourly chart in there as well. And then of course the daily chart is crucial. But those are the time frame charts that I will pay attention to when I'm going through my trading day. With a $500 cash account, how much capital would you be willing to use on each trade, and what kind of dollar amount would you be willing to risk with each trade? That's not a question that I can answer for you. That's a question you have to answer. It's your money, not mine. You have to figure out a dollar amount that you're comfortable risking on each trade. For somebody, it might be easy for someone to risk $100 on a trade. For somebody else, they might only be comfortable with 30, 40, or $50. It's all up to what your risk tolerance is. Now, but a $500 account, you got to be careful. You can't risk $150 on one trade. As far as how much money would you put into the trade, I'd put the whole account into the trade. But it's all about the risk. Meaning like, hey, I can get into a trade. You can get into a trade for $500, get stopped out, and only lose 50, and that'll be okay. That's fine. That's what you should. You can do that. It just all depends on the risk that you're taking on each trade. So I can't tell you like, hey, this is how much you should risk with a $500 account, because that number is a made up fake number. It's got to be a number that you are mentally okay with. If you get stopped out, you're going to lose X amount of dollars. Are you okay with that number? Are you comfortable with that? Yes. Can you live with that? Great. Let's do it. Let's move on, because you have to be able to lose and then just keep on moving on. You can't lose and then be like, oh my God, oh no. Like, if that's the case, you are risking way too much money. You're not comfortable with that type of risk. Okay. If you lost $500 on one trade, if you would be very upset about that, that's not your risk tolerance. If you lost $200 on a trade and you'd be very upset about that, that's not your risk tolerance. Okay. It's got to be a number that you could just lose it and be like, oh, damn. Okay. Next. That's your risk tolerance. So that is a question only you can answer. Yo, Teachy fam, I finally took the leap of faith and joined. Nice. Fire guy, welcome to the family. Can't wait to start making money with y'all. Big shout out to Adam. Gave me the final nudge I needed last night. TGD, let's go. Yes, everybody welcome Fire Guy. Fire Guy just joined the Teachy fam last night. Welcome, 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 brother. Mike, is SGMA TGG triangle? Is it a play now or for Monday squeezing? Let me see. Oh, no way. This thing is still going? Oh my goodness. Wow, this thing is still going higher. I mean, yeah, this thing is definitely on watch for Monday. Definitely on watch for Monday. We're sitting up here, broke above a very major resistance level. So here's your major resistance level that I want to show you guys. It's literally like $13 to $14, and I'll draw it. So here's this resistance zone, and you'll see these previous pivot highs, right? And then you see these pivot highs, and then you see these pivot highs, and then I'll even show you this previous resistance level that we broke through, right? That pivot high, this pivot high. These three levels that I just drew for you, these three lines on your screen, each one of these lines is a significant level of resistance for the stock, okay? Is a significant level of resistance for the stock. And it blew through all three of those today and is extending significantly higher. So this is absolutely 100% on watch for us on Monday. I'm going to sneeze, guys. I'm sorry. I'm trying to fight back this sneeze so bad. But on Monday, what I'll be looking for is if there is any type of a pullback. I know we're trading higher after hours now. We're all the way up to 1740. But that doesn't mean we're going to open up there on Monday. We can open up at 22. But what I'll be looking for on Monday is if there's any type of pullback back to 1450, which is going to be these previous resistance levels. You got to go all the way back to 2004. Okay, to the last time that SGMA was trading anywhere near $17. You got to go all the way back to 2004. All right, because if you look back to the left, you'll see there's nothing here until you get, bang, to 2004. All right, so you literally got to go all the way back in time on the weekly chart to find this. And that 1450 is going to be a major level. If there's a pullback there, I will be a buyer of this thing. So yes, this is on watch for that 1450 area. We'll go out to the intraday chart. We'll go back to it. And there it is. Okay, so there's your level. So if you get a pullback on this, that's where I'll look for support to be. And then we can be a buyer on Monday. What are some ways to gain confidence in execution? Execution meaning pushing buy sell. Using our simulator. Using our simulator is an excellent way to gain confidence. With your TGD membership, you have access to a real-time simulator that lets you trade stocks and options. It's included with your membership. You have access to it the entire length of your membership. It doesn't expire or anything like that. There's no restrictions to it. And the data on the simulator is real time. So you can trade with us, without any delay on the simulator. And so you can see, if you're able to actually trade successfully while you're implementing what you're learning. It's the best way to build confidence because the only way for you really to build confidence, two ways or two parts. First is getting educated, right? Because the more you know, the more confident you're going to be. It's just like when you're taking a college exam. When you take a college exam and you've been studying for the whole semester, you've been attending all the classes, you did all the homework, you started prepping for the final exam 2 weeks ahead of time. You're going to know that material. So when you sit down for the test, you're going to answer the questions with confidence and definitively, decisively, and you need to go through that exam. If you're someone that did not go to class, never did the homework, and just started studying at 8 p.m. the night before the final exam for the first time, you dusted the dust off of your textbook. When you sit down to take that test the next morning, you're going to be nervous. You're going to be unsure of your answers. You're going to second guess yourself. You're going to hesitate. That's because you don't know the material. So that's one way to build confidence. But when it comes to trading, sometimes it's not just enough to just know what to do. It's actually being able to implement it successfully. And that's why the simulator is so damn important. So actually take what you're implementing in the courses, apply it on the simulator, hit a couple of good winning trades, and that'll build your confidence, because you're actually going to be able to say to yourself, wow, okay, I thought I saw this. I thought the stock was going to do this next. I got in. I was right. The stock did exactly that. Bang. That's how you're going to start to build confidence. So use the simulator as a confidence builder. It's very, very important to build that confidence before you start risking your hard-earned cash. Can you give some advice on how to control your emotions and mentally how to deal with while reading the whole trading thing? Okay. Man, the best way for you to control your emotions, to be honest with you, I mean, I'll tell you this, you're never going to be successful if you can't control your emotions. So that's first and foremost. We have to get that out of the way. So if you ever want to be successful, you better get your emotions in check. So I'm telling you, it's not possible to be consistent profitable if your emotions are all out of whack. So that's number one. Number two is the best way to keep emotions out of the trade is to develop a stone cold game plan and stick to it. Now, I'm going to sneeze. Oh, this is killing me. This sneeze is just like stuck in the depths of my nasal.
Bro, just look at a light. Look at a light.
I can't help it. I have 900 lights in front of me.
Yeah, but just like go like that. Just
I have so many lights in my face.
Yeah,
I can't get it. I won't sneeze. This is killing me. Anyway, okay. So formulating a game plan. Okay. When you formulate a game plan, you have to look at a stock and you're going to say to yourself, okay, literally it's this simple, but people include all of these emotional aspects. So they include greed, fear. They include all these different emotions in their decision-making. This is how you guys have to do it. You're going to look at a chart. Okay. You're going to analyze the setup based on the technical analysis that we're going to teach you. You're going to look at that chart and you're going to say, this is an A quality setup. Based on these characteristics, this meets the criteria for an A setup. An A setup is going to be a pattern that gives you about 70 to 75% probability of success. A B setup is probably 60 to 65. A C setup is maybe a 50-50 coin flip. I'm going to teach you guys through the same type of technical analysis that I learned when I worked at the hedge fund, how to identify those A quality setups. When you find them, you're then going to say to yourself, okay, based on the chart and where the stock currently is trading, if I buy the stock here, my stop loss needs to be here based on the chart setup, and my profit targets are going to be here, here, and here. Now, the chart will tell you that. Once you have developed that game plan, I'm going to buy a stock at $10. I'm going to stop out at $9.40. I'm going to take profit at $10.60, $11.25, and $12.50. If that is your game plan, as soon as you are finished devising that game plan and you pull the trigger, do nothing else unless stop out at $9.40, take profits at $10.60, $11.25, and $12.50, and do nothing else. But traders don't do that. They get in at $10. It goes to $10.25, then it drops to $9.60, and they go, oh no, red candle, I must be wrong. I'm going to get out now. Or they buy it at $10, it runs up to $11.50, and they go, wow, big green candle, maybe this thing is just going to keep going forever. I'm not going to sell it. And then it comes back to $10. Traders let greed and fear determine their decisions. You cannot make decisions in trading based on emotions. When you trade with emotions, you make mistakes. When you make mistakes, you lose money. That is the reason why computers are better traders than human beings, because computers do not have emotions. They follow a very simple set of commands. Buy it at $10, stop out at 940, take profits at 1060, 1125, and 1250. And the computer, the stock can go all the way down to $9.41. The computer will do absolutely nothing. It's not going to do anything until one of those price points are triggered. That is how you need to trade. So if you can just devise those game plans and just stick to them, it's the best way for you to keep your emotions out of the equation. But when you get into a trade with no plan whatsoever, you don't know where you're going to take profit. You don't know where you're going to stop out if you're wrong. And you're just like, oh, I don't know. Somebody on Reddit told me it was going to the moon. Okay, well, then you're going to make a mistake. You're going to lose money. You're going to panic when the stock goes down. You're going to freak out with overexcitement and joy when it goes up. And you're going to do nothing, and you're not going to know what to do. So you're going to start to make decisions based on greed and fear. Stock goes up, greed. Stock goes down, fear. And you're going to make decisions based on that rather than having a very specific game plan. Trading's analytical, not emotional. Emotional traders are not successful. Whew. For long-term investing, 1 to 5 years, is it better to dollar cost average than to sell all and buy back in lower with the same amount of shares? Yeah, I think it's better dollar cost average when you're long-term investing. I do. You don't have to buy your positions all at once. Set buying zones on the stocks that you want to own. And when the stock drops into those zones, you buy accordingly. I like to set 3 zones, 25%, 50%, and 25%. So if I have a certain dollar amount, if I want to put 50 grand into a stock, and I'll say, okay, I'll buy, a certain amount, I'll buy 10 grand here, I'll buy, 30 grand here, and then I'll buy 10 grand here. Like if the stock gets into those price zones. So I think it's good to dollar cost average down, not when you're actively trading. I don't suggest dollar cost averaging when you're actively trading, but I do suggest it when you're long-term investing. All right, what do you guys got? I'll take one more question, I guess, and then we'll dive into the lessons of the day here. Okay, one really important chart setup that I want to show you guys here today. It's a chart pattern I think every single day trader should know. So I really want you guys to really be able to pay close attention. Be able to take some notes. Do we have another question? If not, I can just move on. Okay, no more questions. We're done. All right, guys. Before I move on, so like I said, so we're going to talk about today. We're going to talk about my winning trade today of AVCT. Big time winner today. AVCT. It's where I made all my money today on AVCT. Was the trade of the day. And what I want to cover with you with regards to this trade is a very specific setup that I think every single day trader should know, because it's one of the highest quality setups that you can possibly find. It's a setup that's going to give you the best risk reward, but also a very high probability of success. It's a pattern that I look for every day. It's a pattern that I teach all of our members to look for every day. Understand no pattern has a 100% success rate. Stop looking for it. But this is going to be one of the highest probability patterns that I've kind of built my career on. So I'm going to show you guys that pattern. So you're going to want to take some notes. Before we do, I'd like to see who here is brand new. Do me a favor, guys. Okay, if this is your first time on the TCG live stream, or you're just not a member of the group, go ahead, type the number 1 in chat right now, real quick. Type the number 1 in chat right now. All right, we got Ben, Michael Hillard, Claude, Great Dane, nice. Jason Webb just joined the group 2 days ago. Was going through the training. Take your time, Jason. Go through it all. Let us know if you have any questions. Wada Bing. We got Reggie Witt. Good, guys. A bunch of number 1s coming through here. Kekto, Frederick Lettinen. Nice. Jason R's member of the trial. What's up, Jason? Yeah, Jason, I saw you in chat today, brother. I saw you in chat today, actually. One of our trial members. So yeah, guys, listen, for those of you that are typing the number 1 in chat right now, you guys might not realize how fortunate you are to be where you are right here, right now. I told you before, results matter at True Trading Group. A result can be an effect, a consequence, or an outcome of something. An example of that would be, according to surveys we've conducted with our members, an effect of you joining True Trading Group and actually putting in an effort, going through the courses, passing the quizzes, using the tools, joining the webinars, attending the study groups. You guys statistically have a very good chance of making money and becoming a better trader. And I understand that doesn't mean much when it comes from me and I say that, because what am I going to say? I'm going to say, oh yeah, join True Trading Group, you're all going to lose money, right? No one's going to say that. But let's actually ask members themselves. Let's actually ask teaching members to tell you how they're doing. Is this working for them? Guys, if you are a member of True Trading Group, if you are making money or you're becoming a better trader, I would like for you to type the number 1 in chat right now. Now, this is for my members specifically. Now, everyone that said you're not a member, I'd like you to pay attention to how many number 1s come across this side of the screen, because this is what I mean by results matter. That is what results look like. These are TCG members telling you that they're making money, they're becoming better traders. If they can do it, so can you. They found True Trading Group the same way you did, and that's a live stream. It just requires a little bit of effort, guys. Trading is not a get-rich-quick scheme. If you're looking for that, True Trading Group is not for you. But if you actually want to learn this skill, you want to learn how to identify opportunities in the marketplace, my opinion, no better place to do so. And all these people typing the number 1 are in agreement with me. Another example of a result would be, and these are the stats. I'm not making these numbers up. These are the stats. Another result would be, by you trying to figure out the stock market game by yourself, you actually have a 90% chance of failing at this. Now, I'm not saying True Trading Group is the only way to do this. It's not. But I do think it's one of, if not the best options for people of all skill levels from all walks of life to be able to give themselves the best chance to learn, trade, and profit on a consistent basis. Our goal is to help people become consistently profitable by combining a professional education, a simplified and expanded upon version of what I learned when I worked at the fund in New York. And we combine that with premium tools from companies like TradingView, Benzinga, Quote Media, Trade Ideas, and more. We are a community that actually cares about one another's success, that all shares in the same goal, so we can learn, trade, and profit together. Now, guys, listen, I'm going to spend a quick 10 minutes or so telling you about a little bit about the membership. There's some incentives and discounts for those that want to join the teaching membership here tonight. Then I'm going to go into with you one specific chart pattern. It is my favorite. I think every single day trader should know this. I use it today to catch a 30% gain on ABCT. I basically built my trading career around this pattern, so I want to show you guys about it. So make sure you have some pen and paper and take some notes, because this is something you're going to be able to implement as early, literally, as Monday. All right. So, but first, like I said, I want to spend a couple of minutes just to tell you guys about the membership. All right. So I told you before that True Trading Group is a platform. Okay. It's a platform that was created to level the playing field for the retail trader. We want to empower the retail trader, not just send you to battle with one arm tied behind your back and a plastic spork. All right. I want to send you guys into battle arms to the teeth. And if you're showing up every day in the stock market with nothing more than a Robinhood app, when you're going up against hedge fund traders that have access to more information than you, that are faster than you, that have more money than you, you're at a major disadvantage. I want to level that playing field. And part of that responsibility, and part of kind of our mission is to make sure that this is available and within reach financially for anyone that wants it. Because of this, we are actually slowly moving the price of our membership up. Until February 1st, the membership to True Trading Group for 1 year will be $2,500. We're not there yet, so don't freak out. We're moving the price up very slowly to give people ample time. For those that want to join, can do so. There's not going to be a Christmas or New Year sale. Okay, today's price of $13.90 is the cheapest price you're going to be able to get a membership to True Trading Group, and the price you pay tonight is the price you pay for life. So next year, when your membership renews at $2,500, and I'm confident you're going to want to renew because we have a renewal rate around in the mid 70s. Okay, our renewal rate is in the mid 70s, which is 3 times higher than the industry average. So when you come sign to renew, if the membership is $2,500 next year, you're only going to pay the $13.90 to renew your membership. That's first and foremost. But we took it even one step further. I understand $13.90 is not chump change. Okay, but the tools and resources that we provide for you on the TG platform are expensive. Right? We negotiate deals and agreements with these companies to provide these tools that you can use them. If you were to use the tools that we have on the platform, if you were to go buy them on your own, you'd be spending $5,000 or $6,000 a year in just service fees. We negotiate the deals with these companies to have them on the platform for you for just the $13.90. All right. But we want to take it one step further. So the cost of the TT membership, right? It's normally $2,212, but until Sunday, midnight Pacific time, the next 40 people that use the coupon code TTG212, you're going to get a 37% discount, brings the price to $13.90. But you guys can join today by only putting down $1,100. Okay, that's it. You put down $1,100, you get full, unlimited, unrestricted, complete, all-inclusive access to the TTG annual membership platform. You'll owe us $290 6 months from now. All right. Everybody can put aside $290 over a 6-month time period. So again, the goal here is to make sure that this is within reach financially for anyone that wants it. That means you can literally pay $1,100 and join the TG family right here, right now. This is available until Sunday at midnight Pacific. And the next 40 people to do so will also get themselves 2 small private mentor study groups with a pro trader. This is going to be your chance to get individual attention to go over questions, topics, subjects that you are struggling with so we can help speed up that learning curve. And you're also going to have a chance to earn a brand new free laptop. Upon becoming TTG certified, we will immediately send you a brand new free laptop, totally free. We even cover the shipping cost. Becoming TTG certified means you have completed all of our courses and you have passed all of our quizzes. It's a badge of honor for members. You get a certificate, you can print it out, hang it on your wall, share it on social media. You get a green check mark next to your username in chat, lets other people know that your opinion now carries more weight. The process usually takes people about 4 to 6 weeks. I've seen it done much faster. It's all about how much time you put towards it because the curriculum is available 24/7. It goes at your own pace, on your own schedule. So no matter how much time you have or don't have, there's no excuse. And if anyone's wondering, these people actually send out free laptops. Yes, we do. Okay, guys, do me a favor. Yes or no. If you are a member, do we actually send you free laptops? Yes or no. You guys can comment and say that in chat. But here's the best part. Again, I want people to, my goal is to literally empower the retail trader. So I want to remove the doubt. I want to remove the risk. I want to remove any obstacle that is standing in the way that is causing you to be hesitant to actually get this education and take advantage of these opportunities. So here's what we do at True Trading Group. Anyone that joins the TGD family, we offer you a 100% complete full money back guarantee, but it's not just any money back guarantee because it doesn't just stop at your membership. If you do not make your membership fee back at least once, that's $1,390. You pay $1,100 today. You'll owe us $290 in 6 months. That's a total of $1,390. So if during your membership, you do not make the $13.90 back at least once after going through the courses, passing the quizzes, and attending a study group, I just ask you, give me a little bit of effort. Okay, actually utilize the platform you're signing up for. Because if you do, I'm confident in our ability to help you succeed. And I'm so confident in our ability to help you succeed that I'm willing to, if you do those three things and do not make that membership fee back at least once, I'm not going to just give you the $13.90 back. I'm going to give you back $2,150. That is how confident I am in our ability to help you succeed. I'm going to give you back more money than what you paid for the membership. I'm dead serious. Everything I'm telling you is on the website. Everything I'm telling you is on the website. You know you're getting exactly what I'm saying to you here. There's not one other group or service that would be willing to do this. And that's because they're not as confident in their ability to help you succeed as we are. At True Trading Group, I say one thing to every single person that joins. I say, welcome to the family. And I mean that. We're in this together. And if you go through this program and you commit to us and you still fail, we are going to lose money. And I'm okay with that. Our refund rate since 2017 is 1.78%. 1.78%. We have never denied anyone a refund that has requested it after going through the courses, passing the quizzes, and attending a study group that has not made back that membership fee. And we've only had to refund 1.78%. You'll be amazed at how far a professional education can go. Because again, remember, you're going to learn a simplified and expanded upon version of what I learned when I worked at the fund. And you're going to have a team of myself plus 8 other professional traders that are navigating the markets with you each and every single day, providing a screen share in chat, talking on the microphone, providing you real-time analysis, calling out our trades in real time as we're making them. And you'll also have a community of thousands of TTG family members that are all willing to help you every step of the way. Okay. You just have to go to TTG2pay.com, TTG2pay.com, and enter the coupon code TTG212. That'll get you the 37% discount, the 2 small private study groups, the chance to earn the free laptop, and the money back guarantee, where I'm going to give you an additional $770 on top of your membership to give you back a total of $2,160. Okay. There you have it, folks. All right. So again, TTG212 coupon code. You just have to go to TTG2pay.com. That's TTG2pay.com. If anybody has any questions about the membership, or if you're having a hard time signing up for whatever the reason, you can send a text message right now to that phone number on the bottom of the screen, 201-775-9702. Adam is standing by, waiting to answer any questions that you have. Text, do not call. Text that number, please. All right. So there you have it, folks. Now I'd like to move on and cover some of these lessons with you guys. So remember what I was telling you before, the AVCT today. This is a chart pattern I think everybody should know. If you're a day trader, I think you must know this chart pattern. It is a specific variation of the very well-known ABCD pattern, which if you're an experienced trader, you may have heard of that pattern before. But this is what I consider a TTG triangle. Basically, what a TTG triangle is a grade A ABCD pattern, where it is where all of the stars align on an ABCD pattern. All right, that is my TTG triangle setup. So what I'm going to do here is I'm going to walk you through this chart pattern. I'm going to walk you through this setup, and I'm going to show you what makes it an A quality setup, and also where to enter, where to set stop losses, where to take profit. I'm going to show you how to execute this trade to perfection, because we did it today inside the chat. Congratulations, all of my TTG fam that nailed AVCT. If you guys made money on AVCT today, sound off in chat. I want to know about it. Before I break this beauty of a trade down, I want to know if you guys banked on AVCT today. You guys can sound off in chat. Tell me how you did. I'd love to hear about it. All right, I'm going to take a quick little sip of water. and then we're going to dive into this chart setup. Okay, folks, there it is. Yes, look at all my TGD fam. Made money hand over fist. Says Daryl, thank you, Mike, Mama Bear, the Glenn Wilson, Ty, Rick, Diane. Now here's my home. Perry, Thomas, yes. Joel pulled out $1,000. I love it. Renee says, invest in education, people. That's going to be your best investment. Yes, today's my 1 month anniversary with TGG. I passed my courses. I made some money, got my green check mark. Whoop, whoop. Hell yes. Beautiful. I love it, guys. Great job. Congrats to all of you that nailed this with us today. All right, so let's talk about this. TT Triangle. I'm going to walk you through the check marks. There's very specific things that you want to see happen. First, most important thing you need to do is properly learn how to identify the initial morning high. Okay, the initial morning high can be identified on ABCT right there. There is your initial morning high. The initial morning high, yes, in this case, it just so happens to be the first candle of the day. It does not necessarily have to always be the first candle of the day. It is when the stock experiences its first pullback. And when I say pullback, I'm not talking about a 10-second little pullback. I'm talking about a significant defined pullback. You can see the stock was at 235. When we opened, we dropped all the way down to 210. That is a significant pullback. You want to see clear price direction to the downside. That identifies the initial morning high. All right. Now, that's check mark number one. Check mark number two is you want to see us break through the initial morning high with the heaviest volume of the day. And what you will notice is that when we broke through the initial morning high, notice this real big surge in trading volume. This is the heaviest volume of the day when we broke through that initial morning high. The heavy volume on that break is crucial to the probability of this setup. I hope you're taking notes. You're about to learn more on this live stream than you've learned in the entire past year trading on your own. The heavier the volume that comes in when a stock breaks through the initial morning high, the greater the chance that previous high becomes support. So that increase in volume is very important. Now, what you start to see when you get that increase in volume on the break through the initial morning high, you start to look for other support indicators. Okay, you start to look for other support indicators. What other support indicators line up with the initial morning high? Because remember, the greater the volume on the break through the initial morning high, the greater the chance that previous high becomes support. So how can we even further increase the chances that that previous high becomes support? We have to add more indicators to that price point. Okay, add more indicators. This is a 3-minute chart. Add more indicators. So what I will teach you guys as a member of True Trading Group is how to use multiple indicators in conjunction with one another. That is professional technical analysis. It's understanding how different indicators work together rather than relying solely on one. There is not one indicator that's better than all of the rest. All right. So in this situation, what you'll start to notice is that the initial morning high also lines up with the trade line and my VWAP indicator. This blue line is the trade line. That's the 9 exponential moving average. This yellow line is my VWAP indicator. The other thing that you will notice, is that my 38.2 Fibonacci retracement level also lines up with that exact same area. So at $2.35, I have the initial morning high. I have the 38.2 Fibonacci retracement level. I have VWAP, and I have my trade line. That is not 1, not 2, not 3, but 4 different support indicators all converging on the exact same price of $2.35. That is what creates my buying zone. All right. That creates the buying zone. All right. There's your buying zone. Because all those indicators are converging right at 235. All right. Now, the next part of this setup is the pullback. This pullback in share price is crucial because the volume, I'm going to expand the volume so you can see this a little more clearly. You want to see a decrease in volume. That's why the increase in volume through the initial morning high is so important. The heavier the volume, the greater the chance that initial morning high becomes support. The more indicators you have lining up, the greater the chance that that becomes support. Decreasing volume on the pullback, the greater the chance that level becomes support. Folks, this is a grade A TTG triangle setup. It does not get much better than this. This is the highest quality probability setup that you're going to be able to find during a trading day. And that is why we jumped in long right there at $2.39. Okay, $2.39 right there on the pullback, and then the rest is history. You get a massive explosion back off of that previous support level because of all those support indicators converging. All of your buyers step in. You get this monster candle right back up to highs, and then again, another increase in volume. And then you get new highs. And we just start ripping profit off the table. Just unbelievable ripping profits off the table, all the way up to $3.12 for a 30% gain. All thanks to the TTG triangle pattern, which is my favorite pattern to trade. Was an absolute thing of beauty today. All right. So again, I hope you guys are, I hope you're paying attention. I hope you were taking notes, because this is more of an education that many of you have probably gotten in the last year, trading on your own. And it's a pattern that you'll learn as a member of True Trading Group. We look for it every single day. It's one of my favorite patterns, and you guys will be able to do the same as a member. And I just gave you a little bit of an inside kind of insight and look into that pattern. I think every day trader should know it. Was a thing of beauty. All right. Was a thing of beauty. So there you have it, folks. That's ABCT. And then just real quickly, we'll talk about the SPY. Record close today for the SPY. Not an intraday high, but a record close for the SPY today as we all await Jerome Powell and the Fed on Wednesday. I expect a uneventful Monday and Tuesday while everyone waits for the Federal Reserve. I expect an uneventful Monday, Tuesday, low volatility, some choppy action. Guys, the code word is Adam. The code word is Adam. Okay. Now, this is just for my TG members. If you're not a member, you have no idea what I'm talking about. Don't worry about it. We do a lot of fun giveaways with our members. So my TG fam, the code word is Adam. Okay. Code word's Adam. All right. So with the SPY, listen, I'm really not looking for much. You got to pay attention to what happens on Wednesday with the Federal Reserve. I think everyone is fully expecting a speed up in the taper schedule. All right. I think the markets expect the taper to go faster now than was initially expected. But the markets want to know that rate hikes are not tied to the taper. So I'll talk to you guys about this too next week. You don't want to make sure that you're in chat with us when that Fed meeting happens at 2:00 on Wednesday. I'll walk you through the entire trade, because that's going to dictate what happens the final 2 weeks of the year. Is once the Fed does what they're going to say, that'll dictate the price action of the market over the next final 2 weeks of the year. All right. So Jerome Powell has to do a good job of completely separating the speed up in the taper with a speed up in rate hikes. If he does not completely separate those two things, then a speed up in a taper and a speed up in rate hikes could cause the markets to pull back. But if he completely makes a distinction that these are not related, that just because we speed up the taper does not mean we're speeding up the rate hike, then the markets could be free to move higher going into the end of the year, and the Santa Claus rally can finish off at all-time highs. All right. Yes, we can absolutely trade the Fed news, asks Kurt from Facebook. Yes, I'm going to be in chat with my members in real time at 2 o'clock when the announcement's made. And then Jerome Powell will come on and give a press conference at 2:30. And I will be in chat real time trading with my team and with my family. And we're going to rip this thing to shreds. Okay. So there you have it, folks. Those are my thoughts on the overall markets. That's the lessons there with ABCT. What I would like to do now, I want to show you guys the TG platform. I told you I want to show you all the resources and tools you have access to. I'd like to see, though, who's still with us on the live that's not a member. If you're not a member, do me a favor and type the letters TTG in chat right now. Type the letters TTG in chat right now if you are not a member. The AR guy, Brian King, Jeff Meyer, Mango Tango, Kurt, Ken, Matt, cool. All right, good guys. So we have a lot of TGs that are coming through here right now. All of you typing TG, Jason, Wadabing, Bill, John and Steven. Guys, for all of you typing the word TTG, seriously, time to get educated is right now, guys. Time to get educated is right now. There's, if you guys want to learn how to achieve some financial freedom from understanding how to make, take advantage of opportunities in the stock markets, a TG membership can be the very best gift that you guys give yourself and your families for the holidays. I mean that sincerely and wholeheartedly. With what I see our members accomplishing, it's just absolutely, truly incredible. And I'm damn proud to be, to consider a lot of these people now my TG family. You remember that the 1-year membership, it's normally $2,212, but until Sunday at midnight Pacific, you can save 37%. It brings the price down to $1,390, but you only have to pay $1,100 today. You can join with full access for $1,100. You'll always $290 6 months from now. All right. And then you have an opportunity to earn a brand new free laptop, which is worth a couple $100 on its own. You also get those 2 small private study groups. And then don't forget, you have that money back guarantee to support you as well. So if you do not make your membership fee back at least once after going through the courses, passing the quizzes, attending one study group, I'm going to give you your $1,390 back, but I'm going to give you $770 on top of that extra. So you're going to actually get $2,160 back from us, and you're going to keep that free laptop. That's if you fail. You just have to commit. You got to be willing to give us just a little bit of an effort. That is all I ask. Let me show you the platform, because remember, I told you that you're going to get access to the top premium trading tools and resources because we bundle them together as part of your membership. So you're going to get our trading performance journal. This tracks all of your trading and gives you statistics and data that can tell you where you're making mistakes. This is a game changer. Everything I'm about to show you is included with your membership. Okay, everything I'm showing you is included. You do not pay extra for any of these things. You're also going to get our Benzinga real-time news feed. This is going to give you live breaking up to the second news alerts directly inside of our chat room. No more relying on delayed news from like Yahoo Finance. That's 10, 15 minutes delayed. You're going to get news as soon as it crosses the wire at the same speed as the pros, so you can have a chance to act before the price of a stock goes flying. Again, all of this is included when you pay just $1,100 today. You're going to get access to quote streams, full book level 2 as well. You're going to see all of the market makers inside of level 2, not just the ones your broker is showing you. Then you're also going to have access to our simulator. This lets you trade stocks and options with fake money so you can practice implementing what you are learning in the courses. This is the same simulator that is used at Cal State University Fullerton, University of Wisconsin Whitewater, Berkeley Haas, and Illinois Tech. Use it. It's there for you. You then also get access to the Trade Ideas scanner. Trade Ideas scanner is going to show you what stocks are making new highs, new lows, which ones have a surge in volume. And it's broken down into small caps, mid caps, and large caps. So no matter what you trade, we make sure you're focused on the hottest stocks during the day. We just added real-time options flow and dark pool data as well. Guys, this is stuff that used to only be available to hedge funds. Now it's at the fingertips of our TeachD members. We have our own proprietary scanner as well that has the same functionality as FinViz Elite, if you're familiar with that, but ours is actually better. Why? Because you can click on any ticker symbol that's in that scanner and get unlimited downloadable PDF reports on all of the analyst ratings for that particular stock. Before you buy a stock, wouldn't it be nice for you to check and see how many analysts also think it's a buy? You can do that with all of this information that's included in your platform. You're also going to be able to see insider buying, insider selling. When a CFO sells shares, you're going to be able to get all this information as a member of True Trading Group at no additional cost. It's all included in your membership. Then you have our social sentiment scanner. Again, something that used to only be available to hedge funds with complex algorithms. Not anymore. Now it's the fingertips of the TC family. This is how we empower the retail trader. This will actually scour StockTwits, Reddit, and Twitter and tell you what stocks are being talked about and mentioned the most. That's how you stay ahead of the curve. That's how you have an edge. You're also going to have access to TradingView's Pro Plus charting software. It's one of the most commonly used charting programs for active traders. Then you're getting at least a minimum of 10 easy to follow, actionable real-time trade alerts per week from a community of traders that's currently sporting over an 80% win rate. We are fully transparent. We keep a trading journal on our website that tracks every buy and every sell that all of our moderators make. The wins, the losses, the break-evens are all right there for you to see. We are fully transparent. You can check them out yourself. See how you'd be performing if you were following along with those trades. All right. Then you also have the 2 small private study groups. I told you about that. That's your chance to get individual attention from a pro trader at True Trading Group, ask questions, go over topics and lessons you're having a hard time with so we can speed up that learning curve. And of course, all of the courses. Folks, when you join for $1,100 right now, you are going to get access to every single course that we have. There are no VIP pro courses. There's no upsells for courses that are going to cost you more money. You get access to the entire 17-course curriculum. This is a simplified and expanded upon version of the stuff that I learned working at the fund in New York. There's beginner and foundation courses for those that are brand new. There's advanced courses. There's courses on options, swing trading, trader psychology, crypto, you name it. It's in text and video format, whichever is easier for you to learn. Then in addition to the courses, there's a video library that has all of our recorded workshops and webinars that we've conducted live. There's well over 100 hours of additional video content in there. Webinars like how to grow a small account, how to trade while working a full-time job, how to resist FOMO, intro to options. You get access to all of it. And then, of course, our chat room where the moderators and I share our screen with you. We are live on the microphone. We're calling out our trades in advance, answering DMs, providing market commentary from pre-market till after hours every single day. Guys, our goal is to disrupt this industry. In order to do that, we have to provide insane value and results at a price substantially less than any of our so-called competitors. Our goal is to empower the retail trader. And that is what this platform is designed to do. And that is what this platform is succeeding in doing on a monthly basis within True Trading Group. You saw how many people were typing the number 1 when I said, hey, are you making money? Are you becoming a better trader? You saw all those people typing the number 1 in chat. They found True Trading Group the same way you did, folks, and that's a live stream. And we are going to continue to make sure that anyone that's interested in having access to this information, these tools and resources, that wants to be able to take advantage of opportunities in the market on a consistent basis, we're going to do everything in our power to continue to build out this platform, to level that playing field, but to also make sure that it's within reach financially for those that want it. It should not cost you $5,000, $7,000, $10,000 to have access to this. You shouldn't have to get hired at a hedge fund to have access to this. You can get it now for just $1,100. You'll owe us $290 in 6 months. You get the brand new free laptop when you become teaching certified. You get the 2 small private study groups. And I'm literally sitting here telling you, as long as you commit to giving me a little effort and go through the courses and pass the quizzes and attend 1 study session, if you do not make that membership fee back at least once, I'm going to give you all your money back plus an extra $770 to put in your pocket for wasting your time. That is how confident I am in our ability to help you succeed. That's how I put my money where my mouth is, and that is how I prove it to you. We are 5-star rated on Trustpilot. I welcome and encourage and invite you all to go read those reviews. 1,400 people have taken the time to leave us a review on Trustpilot. Go read them. Go read them. There's no better referral than one from your peers. All right? We also have a 1-week trial for those of you that are still not ready. You can join us for 7 days for $3. That's it. One-time payment, no reoccurring fee, no auto renew. It's only $3. You have to make sure you're a real person. You guys can check us out for 1 full week. Go to ttgthree.com if you want to join us for a 1-week trial. That's ttgthree.com. Otherwise, you guys can use that coupon code TTG212. Go to ttg2pay.com. That is ttg2pay.com. And enter TTG212 coupon code. You'll get that big discount. Again, this offer is available until Sunday at midnight. $1,100 down, guys. I'll give you that full money back guarantee. All right. So there you have it, folks. Thanks for joining me. I hope you learned something on this live stream. I hope this was helpful to you. All right. Smash that like button, subscribe to the channel, turn on those notifications if you have not done so already. Enjoy the rest of your weekend. I'll see you guys all on the Sunday night live stream. Set your reminders now when we'll talk about the outlook for the week and how I plan on making money. I'll see you guys all later.